Welcome, everyone. My name is Kelby Smith. I'm Executive Director for hisadvocates.org right here. I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. This is one of those conversations that I love having and love talking about. I think we've been waiting for what's about to happen for a very, very, very long time. There's a lot of people out there that love to hate on XRP, and we're going to talk about that and why. And there's a lot of speculation as to what is going to take place and when. I'm going to speculate a few things for you guys to consider why and how and what's really the possibilities with XRP and how large XRP can actually get. I'm going to talk a little bit about what the owners of XRP think about XRP and its ability to do what some of the speculators say that it's going to do. And we're going to get into it right now. So thank you and welcome. This is nothing new. Over at hisadvocates.org, we've been talking about how to protect your assets and make sure that they are private. And people really don't even understand those terms and understand the fraud and understand what they have done. And I'm going to mention three major things right now, and we're going to talk about XRP right after. But the three major things are your home, your children, your family, and your automobiles. And I'm just going to make a suggestion to consider that your children are given a live born record where the mom is listed as the informant and as the parent. And if you understood the Black's Law definition of those, it means a judicially decreed guardian and one who turns one over. So you give the live born record, the title over to the state. State then turns it into 32-pound watermark banknote paper, puts it on a birth certificate. One of the definitions of birth certificate or birth itself is abandonment. Now your property belongs to the state. There's a Supreme Court ruling that if you have a marriage license from the state, that the state owns the product of the union. Think about that. Lastly, or secondly, your car. You go down to the DMV and you register your car. You thought, I purchased a brand new Ford F-150 and I got the title for a certificate of title from the state, and no, you didn't get title. Title comes in the form of an MSO, MCO, manufacturer statement of origin, manufacturer certificate of origin. It comes directly from Honda, Lexus, Cadillac, whatever. Instead, when you go down to the dealer takes the MSO literally from underneath your feet, gives it to the state, registers your vehicle. You now are holding a certificate of title, but not title. State now owns your car. Lastly, your deed on your house. I want you to ask yourself a serious question. Look at your deed. Look at the elements on your deed. And do you really own your house? And I'm going to suggest to you as a California licensed real estate broker who's done thousands of loan transactions, and I did a 9-hour chain of title video. I could be construed as an expert on title. The bottom line is no, you're not. You look at the old deeds that we have in this nation, and you look at the new deeds today. You don't own land, you own air. You're not even a land holder. You're a joint tenant in common. And so the federal government, in its lovely nature, kind, generous-hearted, public-serving nature, has figured out a way to work with the banks to trick you. Why? Well, do your own research. HJR 192, the bankruptcy of the United States. The banks are the creditors. Every single thing in this country, they believe, belongs to them, including your assets, meaning you and the things that you own. So when you say, I own this beautiful car, I own this beautiful home, and I'm putting it in my name, or an LLC, or a C Corp, and I'm just this radically awesome asset protection guy who's studied every asset protection course in the world, I'm going to tell you, you really don't know your assets from really being able to protect them. I'm just being serious. I know it's being coy and funny, but I'm being serious right now. You don't know anything. None of us did. None of us could construe that our name wasn't our name. What do I mean by that? Well, the live born record. Gave it to the state. The state didn't use the exact same name that was listed by your mom on the birth certificate. They created an all caps name. Do you think that that matters in law? Oh, yeah. Go read Black's Law and understand capitalization. Also understand the Office Styles Manual that anything that is a corporation in the United States, it must be written in all caps. So when you turn over the live born record and it becomes a corporation, a Sesquite V Trust, a corp, Uniform Commercial Code 9, registered organization, birth certificate is a corporation. That's how the business is done. That's how the United States Corporation, Title 28, subsection 3002, it is a federal corporation, is able to do business with a living man and not a like entity. It's because you're holding an office. The U.S. citizen is the corporation, and they own it. They own every corporation. They own every stock. They own every single deposit that you place on account. I'm not making this up. It's just what they designed. These guys are wicked smart. And we are failing for a lack of knowledge in a lot of different respects. Not the members here at His Advocates. They're next gen. They're starting to understand freedoms of and levels of privacy that most of the world is going to be running to in the next few years. When they realize that their own body is not their own body, they're going to be trying to figure out every which way to squander off the railroad tracks on the way to Auschwitz. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. I'm not trying to make your life miserable. I'm trying to make you aware of the plans. So when you're talking about things like XRP, let's talk about them in a form and fashion that's intelligent, a major reality check for a lot of people, and how to protect the assets, your assets, or really what belongs to God, because all of it was paid for on the cross. And I know so many people shaking their head. Why did he have to go there with those Christian values and beliefs? Because you need it. Here's the bottom line. We're about to go through some of the most crazy changes in world history. And your grandchildren are going to be yelling at you, and they're going to be saying, "What the heck did you do, Grandpa?" When the largest asset transfer ever to take place in the history of the world took place while you were sleeping and didn't believe in the digital asset class. What did I do? I went out and bought gold and silver. That's good. It's not a bad move. What else did you? I bought some guns. I needed protection. There was a lot going on in those days. What else did you do? Well, son, I haven't told you about this yet, but I bought some XRP, and its current value today is over 10,000. That's going to be a grandpa that gets all the kids' attention worldwide. Is that one that is holding assets on a digital bank in their pocket that allows for them to hold on to it forever, and then has something that they can give to their children's children's children that will set them up for 1,000 years. Kelby, do you really believe that XRP is going to be that powerful? 100%. There's other ones too. There's other coins that you can make more money on right now and play that buy and sell and do all that stuff, or you can get XRP and hold. The reason for XRP is it's been designed for the banks and predominantly owned by the banks. And they needed something that they could transfer any asset into, and that they could take the world's existing cars, titles, notes, titles, birth certificates. They can take stock. They can take anything that has value, and they can put it on the blockchain and allow for it to be traded through, separated, divided up. And these Web3 companies right now are doing things that are absolutely amazing with the assets of this world, taking cars, taking homes, and doing kind of like fractionalizing them, making everybody an owner or a piece of that kind of an asset class. So you're taking debt and you're applying it into a structural system like XRP's ledger. And I'm going to explain the ledger in 1 minute. And that gets sucked into the ledger and gets spit out in 0.003 seconds at whatever cents on the dollar in instantaneous transfer into any country's digital currency in the entire world. Instantly. Not necessarily privately, but the fastest form of sending money worldwide. It was designed for the banks to do what's known as cross-border payment solutions. They are not going after people like you and me. They are going after institutions. And they have over 180 central banks, countries, or their corporate equivalents working with directly Ripple, which is XRP's company name, or working with a company that is using the XRP ledger, and which is open source, that they made available to any company. And now all these companies are building systems and central bank digital currencies on top of four nations. It's already been designed that the wealth of this entire world will be moved over into an asset class by 2030, meaning everything that you think of as tangible and value will be converted to a digital equivalent and given value. Everything. You're talking about quadrillions of dollars. Not talking about 16 trillion. You're in the several quadrillion. Now, XRP's current value, whatever, 58 to 62 cents. I have not checked today. Forgive me, everyone, because I buy and I hold. I don't play the up and down game. But guess what people are doing that do play the up and down game right now? And I'm going to explain to you why they do in just a second. The guys that are whales are moving hundreds of millions of dollars off of the exchanges and on to their hard wallets. And that's the definition of a long-term play of an asset class like this, which means they know something's about to hit. What happened a few years ago? 4 years ago, XRP was served with a lawsuit from the Securities and Exchange Commission. It just came to a settlement this last week. They have 60 days to do a response in the court if they wish to appeal it, the SEC. They're not going to. They have absolutely had their butts handed to them. And this is the only coin company on the face of the earth that has been approved by the corporation known as the United States, by the Securities and Exchange Commission, as a non-security asset class. Do you know what that means? There's no other coin like it on the face of the earth. Period. Now, what's the ledger? Well, they created something that allows for anybody to program, build upon, utilize, and transfer money through on the back of XRP. Now, if you're transferring billions and maybe even trillions of dollars daily on the back of XRP, XRP absolutely has to have an intrinsic value of X. Now, we've always said, how do you move money across a system that doesn't have a value equal to the money being moved? Meaning you're doing an exchange. Over here, it's accepting a Fed coin. That's the future of the US dollar name. Accepting a Fed coin of 100 million transfer to Ukraine. Well, XRP can handle that. But XRP has to have 100 trillion or billion or whatever that transfer amount is right here, because it's taking that money and exchanging it for a Ukrainian coin of digital class. So that means the XRP ledger has to be equivalent to the amount of money being moved through it on a daily basis, at a minimum. Could be worth more, could be worth a little bit less. But the reality is it has to have a value of X. And if just you were to consider certain dollar thresholds of the debt going into XRP ledger to be accepted and spit out the other side as whatever coin throughout the world, and you were to place any kind of numbers at it, just at a low basis, XRP would have to be worth $1,000 a coin to be able to handle the minimum volume of a very small portion of the world's daily transfer currency platform. The world doesn't have any other choice. Yeah, they got XLM, maybe a little bit of XDC. And those are all ISO 20022 compliant cryptos. But so is XRP. There's like 6 or 7 or 8 that the IMF, I'm not sure, I haven't checked in over a year. ISO, Industry Standard Organization compliant cryptocurrencies recommended by the IMF. IMF, the company that went around getting the entire world in debt, made deals with kings all across the world, loaned them money. Now we're watching different elements of assets being moved out of this nation illegally under the pretense of helping countries. And what crypto is about to do is allow for free market trade on an international level for every country around the world. Instead of waiting up to 2 weeks for SWIFT to move money, instead of waiting for 5 days for your money to be intercepted by somebody because they just have to check on this, that, and the other, you are able to wallet transfer large amounts of money to Russia right now. You're allowed to do it with Bitcoin. You're allowed to do it with any kind of cryptocurrencies. They're, of course, probably going to be working something in their minds out to be able to stop people from being able to do these types of things in large amount transfers. And of course, they're going to try to figure out how to make it so that you are going to pay maximum amounts of tax on these cryptos. Well, we do have a solution. The solution is amazing. And unfortunately, I got a text. People in my house are a little loud sometimes. It's all right. We have a solution. The reality is people do not understand public or private or jurisdiction 101. I get it. There's a lot of quasi gurus out there with these great ideas of putting something into public, and you're going to all of a sudden be free and call yourself all these names that exist in U.S. code but don't exist in the Supreme Court or support your freedoms the way that you really should be supported. And that's okay too, except it's tricking people into false ideologies that just are not true in law. State citizenship is the most important thing that you could have on this earth, as it's a position or a state of being. It's also one of the 50 several states of the union. It's also the only thing that hundreds of Supreme Court rulings support, that you are not a taxpayer, that you are not a party to the United States corporation, and that they are two different things. A citizenship in your state is very different than a citizenship in the United States. And a citizenship in the United States truly is the birth certificate that you're holding an office to. And that's just a conversation I'm not wanting to have right now because it is crazy. But here we are today with an opportunity to create foundations, trusts, UBTs, all in the private, and that allow for you to purchase private hard cold storage wallets, Trezor, Decent, Nano. There's a bunch of good ones. There's ones that are really private out there. But these wallets allow for you to be the bank. These wallets allow for you to hold assets like these digital currencies like XRP and do it privately. And all you have to do to understand, one of the things that is beautiful about people that create technology is they create technology for themselves. What do you mean by that, Kelby? Exactly what I said. They have technology that allows for them to still transfer device to device versus exchange or through an exchange for the purposes of private asset transfer. In our business, which is privacy, it is our number one desire to thwart the U.S. corporate structure, the IRS, from ever receiving a dollar from what belongs to God. And the reason for that, if you had a half a cent of sense in your mind, you would understand that there's corruption at a degree that's never been seen before on the face of the earth. 2 trillion. Listen to me, Christians. 2 trillion is just missing every year, year after year, going into black ops, operations, programs to bring about the world order. And some pastors are teaching that that is God's desire, that you just be a good Christian and pay your taxes because that's what a good Christian does. Not understanding the principle of right and wrong, not understanding the principle of what we have here in this nation as state citizenship, and not understanding that what belongs to God belongs to no man. Christ, Revelations 5, just for the exact scripture, and most Christians don't even know this, paid for the earth, not just you. Why? Because he's coming back. And if you understood that you could have a humanitarian foundation done in the private based on your beliefs and supporting your values, that is non-taxable, has no requirement to file a return, and we don't fall under any position or any code, although I can claim a few codes under IRS that allow for this kind of thing. Why is that so critical? Because you've purchased a foundation, you get your bank accounts, you get your crypto trading accounts, you get your cold storage, your hard wallet, you buy your crypto, you transfer it to your hard wallet, you watch for the revaluation, whatever you want to call it, to take place. I will just call it an increase of value of cryptocurrencies, and right before the bull run. Why? Well, they just finished the lawsuit. XRP and the SEC has 60 days to turn this around, and they are going to do everything they can in this next year, which is coming. Think about this, 60 days right around November, October, November. So imagine a run up on the assets of crypto that go through the roof. Imagine if you had the ability to, take your cryptocurrency and it goes up to $100 in value in the next year, 2 years, month, whatever. I think personally you're going to see in the $2 to $10 range by November, December. Very easily. It's already been beyond $2 before. There's no reason why it wouldn't do it again. And listen, for all you people that are Bitcoin proponents, and there's a lot of you guys, it was created by the NSA, and there is no real story behind it other than that. It has absolutely no reason why it should have been the first NFT. It is supposedly a free market coin for everybody to be able to utilize, except the algorithms used to create and burn and make Bitcoins were created and owned by the NSA. Do with that what you wish, but it's the first crypto to ever hit Wall Street, Main Street. Really? Bitcoin? Some Chinese guy created it. We're going to let him have the first asset class of his own? No. First ETF? No. I don't think so. So when XRP in the next 2 months gets past this appeal opportunity and be a mainstream coin, Ripple is going to launch. It's going to go onto Wall Street and do what Ripple does, which is become a publicly traded company and excel at operating in the public and raise money. What else is Ripple going to do? Well, they're going to create all kinds of ability for people to be able to loan or have loans all throughout the world. So banks will be able to use their liquidity to loan money. To have liquidity, you have to have value. To have value, that means XRP must go up in value. And why would they want XRP to go up in value overnight? Because XRP is owned predominantly 98% of it by the banks. As a matter of fact, they did the entire lawsuit, in my opinion, to get the little people out of XRP and cause fear, which took it off of almost every exchange but one or two in the last 4 years. Now it's coming back. And it's not just a story anymore. You have a lot of people out there that are, saying it's horse crap. I've been waiting on it for 6 years. I don't believe in it. Sit on it. I don't care. Sell off. Call me up. I'll buy it at a discount or sell it at whatever the exchange gives it to you for, and you go figure out what the best currencies are for. Long-term wise, there is no other currency, none like XRP. And if you guys need help purchasing whatever and you want to learn how to get your assets protected, simply go to our website at hisadvocates.org, which is below, and register for free as a member. I do want you to understand, as a quick 30-second commercial break, go to the website below, healthintheprivate.org, and just see what it would cost you to have health insurance better than the insurance that you have right now. And if it's something that you would desire to do and you would like a phone call from one of us, or from me, myself, or somebody on my team, text me right there at 714-630-3655. Book a time to discuss. Healthintheprivate.org, and text me if you're interested at 714-630-3655. We'll get you to a meeting. We'll give you quote, answer all your questions, and help you to understand how you can save 30 to 70% off your existing health insurance. Families, listen to me. Families are on average saving $1,000 a month. Families of 4. Families of 5 or more, it's ridiculous. This company doesn't charge after the 3rd kid. This company's equivalent to a deductible is for the whole family. It's not for each individual person. So you only have to meet the deductible between the whole family. And they're at 90-10 versus 80-20 like most other health carriers. So by far, this company is through the roof, saving people money. And it's my gift to you guys. As a ministry, we don't ask for tithes. We don't ask for a donation, but it's our way to help you save money so you can actually pay for things like becoming free, or buying yourself gold or silver, or getting into a new asset class that you never really thought about before, like XRP. So back to helping you to understand why we want to make these moves right now. We're in front of a bull run, or bull market cycle, which is going to be amazing. The last one that we had, I think, was 2018-ish. It's been a while. And we've been waiting for a major pump. And I believe there's a lot of market manipulation right now, keeping it down. But you couldn't be more blessed at this time with the fact that XRP as a currency is the only one that is now considered an actual currency litigated by the United States Corporation and Securities and Exchange Commission, which means it will never be able to be brought back into a case or a suit by the United States ever again. They had to pay a fine of a little over $100 million It's pocket change for XRP, pocket change for Ripple. Ripple has done some amazing work in the last 10 years. There's other currencies out there that are really good currencies. I just don't think that people understand the why with XRP like they should. Now, you can go and buy yourself XRP and you can donate it to your foundation later. Your foundation can give yourself a donation receipt. And the reality is, once they have a donation receipt, you can take the deduction for you U.S. citizens that need deductions. You can take that deduction personally. And now you've created a paper trail showing that the foundation now is the owner of the XRP, but you're going to want to put it in a wallet that was purchased by the foundation, and you're going to want to create the ability to trade through the foundation and cash out through the foundation. Now, we are doing all kinds of things, guys. We're helping people with purchasing metals, gold, silver, palladium, all different kinds of metals at cost. Go to hisadvocates.org right here. Join for free. Ask how I can purchase metals at cost. It's a membership fee, annual membership fee, and you get literally, you can purchase $100, 100-ounce bars of silver at whatever the market value, the par market value is for that silver that day, and they will deliver it to you. Yeah, there is a shipping fee, you lucky guy, but it's better than the $200, $400 premiums for that same bar with any other website. And I've been buying at the wrong place for a long time, and we wanted to share that with you guys because it is an opportunity to keep your wealth versus pass your wealth on to somebody else. Why do I think crypto? Well, because it's already been decided. It's not something that is going to be an if. It's not something whether or not. Even your blonde god named Trump, your false god named Trump, whatever, and I'm not putting Trump down, but many people are sitting by the wayside doing nothing, hoping that Trump gets back into office, thinking that's going to be the end of all. No, it's us being a community coming behind somebody who is a powerful source like that, and changing out and throwing out the old and reinstituting the republic here on this land. That is the only way that we're going to win this, because the corporation is defunct and the creditors are coming. So you can't go and fix the corp. The only thing you can do is re-inhabit the republic, which was done in 2012. Go to Republic for the United States of America.org. Republic for the United States of America.org. Make sure you join up. You start helping. You get involved with whatever it takes to re-inhabit your own specific county, your own specific state. I am a part of the Republic for the United States of America. I operate as the treasurer under the president. It is a very real thing. It's not smoke and mirrors. And no, it's not Donald Trump. But if Donald Trump wanted to say, I'm sorry about a few things like the V, I would absolutely ask the guy to be the president of the Republic any day of the week. Is he a butthole sometimes? Of course. Does he always put his foot in his mouth? Yeah. Does he love this country? I believe so. Is he surrounded by evil people right now all the time? Yes. That's how they roll, guys. Look at his clowns that day, that fateful day. Look at those clowns and how they operated. And the FBI agent behind videoing. It's a sad day to think that we would have been in a position where he could have died. Is that smoke and mirrors? To me, it looked like smoke and mirrors. Good, really good smoke and mirrors. Really good. But it was, in my opinion, smoke and mirrors. Did it happen? Was there a shot? I think so. But I think Donald Trump is the perfect capitalist for every situation. And that was one of the best things, and got my goat, got my emotions. Jeez. Whew. Tingles. Man, he is good. So look, do me a favor. Text the word freedom to 855-452-0499. Pick up your phone right now. Come on, do a couple things with me, because I'm going to help you get free. I'm going to help your family. And this is how we notify. Text the word freedom to 855-452-0499. And when you're done with that, do this. We are a television network, His Advocates TV. We're on Roku, Amazon, Apple, LG, Samsung, and a few others. Go to your phone, your app store, and download His Advocates TV. Search for His Advocates TV, 2 words, not .tv, just His Advocates, 1 word, TV, 2nd word, and install that on your device. Anything that we have on our website, we throw up there, and you can watch it at your leisure right there on your phone, or you can watch it on your home television. Like I said, we have a network. We're looking for content providers. We're a very small network, but we're looking for content providers that think along the same ways that we do, conservative values, truth values, that will not be taken down off of our network because of the style to which we set it up, and we worked our butts off to get it right. And again, great health coverage at healthintheprivate.org. But guys, I'm going to tell you right now, with what's going on in this world, you're watching that little book that your parents always said, check out, read the Bible. It's very odd that many of those things now, is it a collective conscious effort written a long time ago to get us to all believe something that with that power of our minds we can bring forth into the truth? No, I've heard some people talk about it in that respect. I just see it as not only a historical but a prophetical that has been perfect the entire way through. And I'm just going to suggest to you to watch out for the coming years. They are trying to institute that new world order. They have already talked about it in every element of the chip or the mark. I know a lot of people think the chip or the mark is something different than what I maybe believe it as. There is already a chip and mark out there done by Microsoft. The patent number is 060606. And it's for the entire purposes of utilizing what's called as the Internet of Things, which are these nanoparticulates within your body to determine whether you are doing a good job or not. If you're doing the job that they've told you to do, then you'll get some cryptocurrency put onto your wallet every day to go spend. Total control over the mass population to the sense. And you will own nothing. This is their words, not mine. And love it. How about you go to prison and you own nothing, and we'll love it. That's how I see it. We've already won this game, guys. Let's not worry about the end. There might be some travesty for some people that are not listening to us as a ministry right now. Come out of her, my people. That's a biblical thing that God says, and you will not be punished with the plagues. But the ones that don't, the ones that continue to operate in that system and keep giving your money over and funding the whore or funding the corporate equivalent, the United States, which is a whole nother topic I've done on the story of Babylon and why the U.S. Corp matches the 16, 17, 18, 19 chapters of Revelations perfectly. I'd suggest you to watch out, because if you continue to donate as an employee, you continue to do your efforts as a good U.S. citizen, you continue to operate your church under as a 501c3. And by the way, I offer every church out there a free, private, unregistered, unincorporated church for you. The docs, the relationships, the banks, the whole ball of wax. If you have a church and you need help and you want to move into the private, we will help you for free as of today. Today is August 13th, 2024. And you know what? I have advertised this and advertised that and advertised that. And guess what? Nobody, not one taker even understands what a 501c3 is actually and how they are told what to do, what to say, or they'll lose their status in the private. They'll lose their tax exemption. Well, you're tax exempt, period, without having to file returns with the structures that we give you. That 100% are God granted. Yeshua is the beneficial interest of all, and you're operating as the executive director with your board of directors / pastor. And we'll do that for you for free, period. I'm just trying to help, not trying to get in your pockets. So I'm looking for a taker, just one. Just give me one. Yeah, I'll take 50. But give me one. I'm just trying to get you guys to understand what you don't have as a 501c3. You do not truly have privacy. But on that note, it's super important that we understand who we are as a nation and as a people, and that we don't really believe that Revelations 18 is going to go down the way that the Bible says, oh, maybe it will. Or that Romans 13, we're supposed to be obedient to no matter what the structure of government is. Well, in this nation, the last I checked, I am the government. I am. And any of you good U.S. citizens can become the government again and come out of her and come under God directly, which is what our founders gave us. State citizenship is a state of being under God. You don't believe that? Just read the Declaration of Independence. He is king. We are self-governed. We are the government, which means they are to be obedient to me, not me to them, they to me. That's how you, pastors, should be teaching Romans 13. That's all I got to say. If you guys need help with your foundations, your freedom, whatever, just join us for free at hisadvocates.org, and we will be more than happy to have a consult with you directly. I do it every day with people, and my desire is just to help people to understand their freedoms. That's it. God bless you guys. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Good night.